Hi YouTube and fellow Doctor Who fans, this is my sorry about that. This is my second part of my updated 2013 Doctor Who DVD review. Before I get started, I just want to mention that I have got The Enemy of the World, which is a Patrick Troughton story, but my brother has it upstairs and he's currently watching it, so I don't want to disturb him from watching that episode, but I will be reviewing the episode at some point really soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. Next, I forgot to review this in part 1, which is the Lost in Time DVD box set. Now this is a free disc set. Oh, sorry about that. And it has all the missing episodes of the William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton stories. Well, some of them anyway. It's a really good set. I haven't finished watching it yet, as there's loads of content on these discs, and it takes you a while to go all through them. But I'll just read you out the stories that are on these discs. It actually has episodes 1 and 3 of The Crusade, episodes 2, 5 and 10 from the Dalek's Master Plan, episode 4 from the Celestial Toymaker, episode 3 from the Underwater Menace, episodes 2 and 4 from the Moon Base, which is coming out in January at some point, which I cannot absolutely wait to get it, so stay tuned for that. It's got episodes 1 and 3 of the Faceless Ones. Episode 2 from the Evil War of the Daleks, episode 2 from the Abominable Snowman, which I watched last night, and it is amazing. It's got episode 3 from The Enemy of the World, which has just been recently rediscovered in Nigeria, I think it is, and it's wonderful. It's a 6-part story, and even though it doesn't have any special features, it is worth the buy. It has got the first episode from The Web of Fear, which comes out in February of next year, which I cannot wait to get. It has got The Wheel in Space, episodes 3 and 6, which shows you the first story of Zoe, and has The Space Pirates, episode 2, which is okay. So yeah, Lost in Time, definitely worth the buy. Can't say much about that. Now we move on to my favourite Doctor ever, well, currently anyway, which is Jon Pertwee. And we start off with his first story, which is the Spearhead from Space Special Edition. Yes, it's really good. It features the Autons, which are these plastic mannequins or dolls or whatever you want to call them that come to life, and they were the first classic Doctor Who enemy that came back in 2005 with Rose with Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor, and yeah, it was a really nice touch. So Spearhead from Space comes in the Mannequin Mania box set, which is really highly recommended that you buy, and yeah, it's a really good way to start off the third Doctor. So yeah, Spearhead from Space, brilliant episode, I would buy it. Doctor Who and the Silurians, I hope I said that right. First off, it took me a while to get into this story. It is 7 parts. The reason why it took me a while to get into this story wasn't because I got bored of it. It's because I wasn't in the right frame of mind or the mood to actually watch this story. But I mean, as I've finished watching it, it's really good. It's the most meaningful Doctor Who story I can actually remember at the top of my head. And it comes in the Beneath the Surface DVD box set. So yeah, this is my favourite episode from that box set as well. So the Silurians, definitely worth the buy. Next we have Inferno. There is a special edition out of this. I've absolutely no idea why, because every special edition DVD from the original. It has rubbish artwork on the front cover, and it has no special features, which, as you can see, it's got loads of special features on this discs, rather, because it's got two, and the artwork I prefer much better than this special edition. I might get the special edition, but yeah, depends on how I feel. Inferno was the very first Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who story that I actually watched, and my brother got this for me. This got me into Doctor Who. I can't remember much about it, but it is good. I'm going to be watching this again, so looking forward to that. Terror of the Autons, which has the introduction of the Master and Jo Grant, and it's really good. Can't say much about this. It comes. It's the second story that comes in the Mannequin Mania box set. Yeah, really good. The Mind of Evil. Yes, this is a good story. Don't want to say much about this because I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is worth the buy. Mind of Evil, I would buy it. Oof, started there for a minute. Next we have the Claws of Axos Special Edition. I cannot remember hardly anything about this episode. It's been ages since I watched it, but I do remember that I enjoyed it. And just looking at the back, it has the Brigadier, so it must be good. So yeah, Claws of Axos, good story. Colony in Space, one of the very few no, I was actually nearly going to mess up there. Jon Pertwee stories that I'm not particularly crazy for. Yeah, not really that good, but because it's Jon Pertwee, I'm compelled to like it because he's my favourite Doctor. Oh, look at the time, folks. Yeah, we've still got time. We've got time for more Doctor Who. So yeah, carrying on, we have The Day of the Daleks. This has got an original version and a special edition version. Because loads of people are saying on the internet that they didn't like the original Dalek voices. I actually prefer the Dalek voices in the original rather than a special edition. And plus, in the special edition they put in more Daleks in it, because in the original there was only 3, and they thought, well, how can the world be conquered by only 3 Daleks? Well, when you think about it, only one Dalek can actually conquer the whole planet, so it's stupid that you should add more. But yeah, it's a good story. If you see it cheap, I would buy it. We got the Sea Devils, which is a really good story. Loads of people praise this story. It is good, but it's not worth the hype. It's actually worth a watch, I'll say that. Let me just look on this time. Yeah, I think we have enough time. I actually just don't want to make these videos too long, otherwise YouTube won't actually upload them. Next we have The Mutants. Now, while I was buying this story, I heard on the internet that this story wasn't all that good. Even though I can't remember much about it, I do remember that I actually loved this story. I will go back and watch this story at some point and do a video review about it, but yeah, The Mutants, good story. 3 Doctors, starring Patrick Troughton and Jon Pertwee and William Hartnell. William Hartnell was feeling a bit unwell during this production, so they only did video clips of him, and he doesn't actually technically star in the episode, but he does star on it in the television screen. So the whole episode's carried along with Jon Pertwee and Patrick Troughton. It's just so good together. It's a good story. It's definitely worth the watch and the buy. It does come in one of the Revisitations box sets. I'm pretty sure it's number 1, but yeah. 3 Doctors, definitely worth the buy. I'll probably carry on, but I'll do this quickly. Next we have the Dalek War DVD box set, which has 2 episodes. One, Frontier in Space, which has the Master in it, and this is also Roger Delgado's last ever story. The reason why that was because he was obviously killed in a car crash. I'm not sure where that was, but yeah, I'm sure that if it didn't occur, he would definitely star in its follow-up story, because these two stories are linked. The Planet of the Daleks, which is another good Dalek story. I can't remember much about it, but I do remember I like it. So the Dalek War, definitely pick it up. Next, it's my it's the last story of Jo Grant, which is the Green Death special edition. This came out recently this year, can't remember when, probably in summertime. It's really good. Most people call this one, this story, the one with the maggots. But it's a really good story. It has a because it's Jo Grant's last story, and she was one of the companions that stayed with Jon Pertwee the longest. He is really sad when she leaves the story, and so am I actually. Jo Grant kicks ass. So I better stop with part 3 there. I'm going to be coming back in a minute, continuing on with part 3. So I'll see you guys in a minute. See ya. Bye.